Before we move on to our next lesson, which is about calculating the perimeter of a square using a formula, I'd like you to try this question on your own first. And this is just practicing the work backwards example that we did for rectangles. So in this example here, we have a rectangle, and the perimeter of this rectangle is 13. And you have to find the width of this rectangle, and the length is given to you. So please pause the video now. Try this by yourself, make sure to use a formula and show your work, and when you're ready, come back to watch the solution. Alright, so let's go over the solution together. We're going to start by checking that the units are the same. They are, that's great, and now we're going to write the formula because it's going to tell us what to do. So the only difference here from the other example that we did in the previous video is the fact that the width is missing here and not the length. But that doesn't really matter, and as you'll notice, it's going to be the exact same process. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to replace the values that I know. So the perimeter is given to us, it's 13, and also the length is given to us, it is 5. So the only one that is missing is the width, and we're just going to keep it as W. So the perimeter is equal to 13, we said, here we go, and then 2 times length, which is 5 inches, plus 2 times W. So this is a two-step equation. To solve it, we are going to clean this up first. 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm going to write 13 equals 10 plus 2W. And now this is something more familiar, right? So now what do we do to get W on its own? Well, we need to get rid of that 10 and we need to get rid of that 2. Okay, we start with the 10 first because we work in reverse order of operations. So the 10 is being added. It has a positive in front. How do we undo that? Well, we subtract 10 from both sides. Okay, so 10 minus 10 is 0. 13 minus 10 is 3. I'm going to write that in blue because I am color coding this. So 3 equals, this is 0. It's gone. 2W. Okay, because this comes down. If you like, you can always put a squiggly line where the equal signs are so that you know where to subtract and where to add and where to divide. So now we want W to be on its own, and it's being multiplied by 2 right now. To get rid of that 2, we divide by 2, both sides by 2. So the width is equal to 1.5. And the units that we're using are inches. So now my conclusion is that the width is equal to 1.5 inches. And of course, I'm going to check my work. So I'm going to go up to my diagram and I'm going to write 1.5 inches here and 1.5 inches here. This is 5 inches. And now I'm going to add them up and check if the perimeter is indeed 13. So you can go 5 plus 1.5 plus 5 plus 1.5, and the answer is 13. So we know that we did this correctly.